Hello everybody interested in vintage saxophones. I have something I want to share here. This is two Selmer saxophones, Mark 6, that was started in 1954 I believe, and continued all into the 80s. And these two, the first one here is from 1970 and this one is from 1967 according to the serial numbers. And at the first glance they look very similar, and I would say they are very similar in most aspects, but there are some things that will difference. If you look at if you talk about similarities first, we can see that if you look closely here on the upper part with the design of the bow here and everything, is very similar in the big aspects. If you look at the bell length, the placement of the tone hole, and how the bands here are done, the length of the bow, length of the bell, everything, it's I would say it's not possible to visually detect the difference. But when you start looking at the details, you can see that 1977 was like what I believe was the last year with some extra elaboration of the visual appearance of the saxophones. Selmer, shortly after this, started to simplify the design a bit, not in a way that necessarily would affect the sound, but the visual appearance will be different. Maybe they thought they were looking for a more modern design and this was a little bit too old. Like when Con discontinued the ladyface engraving on the 6 and 10 amps. So what we have here, for example, this is a good example. You can see here is this pattern on these connection rings here. It has a scroll pattern here. If you look on this one, it doesn't have that. It's just a straight line here, straight lines. So that's one of the things that was simplified. Another thing that was simplified that probably saved a lot of time for Selmer was, if you look at these keys, maybe you see it better here. This, you have an extra piece here that is like ornamentation that goes out here. So it's a separate piece that's a hard solder on this connection here. If you look on the 1970s, you don't have that. It's just a straight pin, and that goes for all up here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And even down here you have this, no ornamentation on this. You see? So that's difference. And also here you see it flares out here in a way, ornamented way. That's gone on this also. So that's another simplification they made. Otherwise they kept the adjustment things. This one is not restored yet, so this will be restored someday. I don't know. This one is actually restored by a top technician, not me, but here in Sweden. So maybe this will go up for sale. Another thing, what I like about this is with the 60s is with the key guards. They have this leg here, and also on the back side they have a leg here. On the older version you don't have this leg, and then you can get, when you play, you can get stuff in here and here. So this is better protected, but this doesn't have the leg. That actually they added the leg here. Another thing they, if you look on this, I don't know if it's still, let's see. I think if you look at the key cups, you will see that this has a rounded edge here that is like different. So these keycaps doesn't have that. This is a flatter edge here. So actually all the keycaps, they have different tools for all the keycaps here. So that's quite a big change, I would say, that Selmer made between these horns. Even if it just more or less cosmetic, it's still a big difference. But otherwise, as you see, the tone hole up here that was smaller on the older ones, it has the same size. It's no difference. Water key, everything, palm keys, everything looks the same. Sorry, I have a cold here. This cover here is the same. Everything I say is very identical between these horns, except from what I pointed out. Okay, I hope this was interesting and informative in some way. Thank you.